Now, Trey Songz is the true Diddy disciple. That is kind of insane. First of all, that's an insane accusation. I mean, look. Remember this video? He was like, "What if I walk inside the bedroom, touch you while you sleep?" Like, now that was insane. And he also said, "Don't be surprised as if you didn't know it's me. Don't call the police." So if he's saying don't call the police, that means he knows it's wrong. He knows it's wrong. It's called role play. Role play. Take that as you will.
One of these songs that me and Nokia wrote.
Nah, chief.
It's called Role Play.
Oh my gosh! Look, you see, look how he said that. Look how he said that.
Special stuff play. It's called Role Play.
He said. It's called role play. He said it's called role play. Nah, Trey Songz. We should have known, bro. Why was nobody talking about this? People talking about Diddy. He had it right in front of your face. Listen to this, bro. Listen to this.
Special stuff right here. Trey Day, baby. I'm trying to tell you
how
I'm
it's
doing
special.
It real
Yeah,
big.
it's special.
I'm letting you in on stuff I ain't supposed to be letting you in on. Tell you how I'm doing it real.
He's telling listen. He's telling us how he does it, and he's letting us know stuff that we really shouldn't be knowing. What does that mean? We gonna see.
Big, I'm letting you in on stuff I ain't supposed to be letting you in on.
Yeah, because you're a freaking weirdo. You need to be locked up.
See, if I snuck up in your bedroom, touched you while you sleep, would you act surprised as if you didn't know it's me? I came to steal your heart, girl. Don't call the police. I only want a part, girl. Really just a piece. If you show me the money, then I'm gonna show you the beast. If you give me your honey, girl, I promise I'll be sweet. So I'ma sneak up out the back so nobody will notice me. Then we could run it back, girl, it's your turn to go on me. Role play, you can do what I say.
This dude really said, role I can't even do it, bro.
I can do what you say.
He said some. Role play.
You can have it your way. Role play. Hey, I'm just letting y'all in on what it is and how it be going down in the studio.
You see, it's right in front of your face. He said it right here, and nobody caught on to it. Like the same thing that happened with Diddy, man. He been doing this stuff for years. He been doing this stuff before I was even born, and people are just now catching on to what he's doing. This is not right. This is not right. He needs to be locked up too. Cause I don't want to leave Dibby. I had to let that out. I had to let that out. I had to let that out.
So sometimes on this channel, we take a step back from our regularly scheduled programming about how I'm an old head who just wants the underground to return to its more intended purpose, you could say. And sometimes, like today, I'll decide to tell a story.
We gonna expose
story,
Trey
oh my God,
freaking
like
Songz.
I just need my trucker cap and my flannel. Today's story is about an artist, and I'm not sure if I want to put their name in the title simply.
Look, when the Thimbers and rocks and cane, you still watch my daddy cut that cane. Oh!
Because, well, the last time I spoke about an artist's allegations, I was almost sued, and the artist himself actually took my video down about him. Then also messaged me and said he would beat my ass.
What?
Said you whoop niggas. You don't whoop niggas.
Now, for those of you who, have been around for what artist I'm talking about specifically, and now you know that this artist is about 150 pounds soaking wet. So I'm waiting for the day that I see him. On the other hand, though,
yo, he want that smoke, bro.
You stand.
I know Trey Songz ain't pulling up.
You cannot take my video down because I'm just
Please,
regurgitating information that was cited from actual sources.
Don't take this down,
also,
Trey.
we just hit 50 bands, and I didn't have to follow trends or drop hip hop slop content under 6 minutes in order to do that. So I love all of you, and thank you for changing my life. Usually I'll have an intro for you
ads?
guys.
Wait, hold on. You got ads? You got ads? Hold on. You got ads? Ain't no way you got ads. I'm not even a Twitch partner. How'd you get ads? I'm not even a Twitch partner. How'd you get ads? How? I'm confused. I don't have any ad system. I don't get no ad revenue. How you getting ads?
Other than the one I just put in the beginning,
I'm so confused right now. I know Squeeze Bands, bro. I know about that Squeeze Bands, bro. He be cutting up in New York. And his homie no license crashed. Yeah, bro. Squeeze Bands is generational, bro. Squeeze Bands is real generational.
even though that was more so of a warning. But instead of explaining why we're talking about this guy, I'm just gonna show you this real quick.
See if I snuck up in your bedroom, touched you while you sleep. Would you act surprised as if you didn't know it's me?
I just showed y'all this video. I literally just showed y'all this. He was talking about how I'm gonna let y'all know about stuff that I'm not supposed to be knowing about. This is what he's talking about. This is what we shouldn't be knowing about, right?
I came to steal your heart, girl. Don't call the police.
Look at this smile. Look at this smile. Oh my God. This smile is all you need to know about him. This is incriminating right here. This is incriminating. Look at his face. Look at his face. Look at his face, bro. Look at his face. Look at his face. Bro, this is all you need to know about him, bro. Shoot, bro. Ladies, if a man smile at you like this, go ahead and hightail it all out of there, bro. Cause, oh my God.
You
Heart, girl. Don't call the police.
what?
He said, "Don't call the police," and proceeded to smile like this. This is niggas like this that make men look so fucking bad, bro. Why? Oh my God! Why are you doing this, bro?
You know what's even
Why are
worse
you
about
doing
that
this?
clip? This is surface level compared to all the weird shit he's been accused of and is literally known for doing. Not even scratching the surface yet, y'all. Now listen, chat.
Bro,
I
he's
don't
a
give
Diddy
fuck how
foul,
old
bro.
this is.
He's
This
a
is,
Diddy
like,
foul.
overly creepy as fuck. No matter when
He's
it
a
came
Diddy
out, like, you
foul.
gotta think about it. He was around 22 or 23 years old when this was filmed, bro. With him being born in 1984. At that point, right? I just personally feel like you should know a little better than to say something like this on camera. Like, song or not. By the way,
He just
this is
incriminated
Trey Songz, for
himself,
those of
and
you who
nobody
didn't
did
recognize
anything.
him. Now, Trey Songz has a bit of a really crazy history that we're gonna get into.
Bro,
This
he
artist-
literally just self-incriminated himself, and nobody said anything.
It's insane. And y'all know how I operate. If you're new, maybe you don't. I don't get
Big
into the
ol'
childhood
eyes.
of these artists unless it's super important. And in this case, it's not. I mean, all you really need to know about the younger years of Trey Songz is that he didn't even want to be an artist at first because he was too shy. Not too shy though, because once people started giving him recognition whenever he did sing, he started taking it more seriously. And after high school, he moved to New Jersey from
Yo.
Virginia to record his first album. That's
This
literally
dude, bro.
all you need to know about his earlier days. I'm genuinely not interested in
Oh my gosh, bro.
any of that shit though. Let's get to it. Trey Songz honestly reminds me a lot of Diddy. It's not even remotely a shock that they've worked together before either. When I say he reminds me of Diddy though, I don't mean he had tons of baby oil in his crib. I mean like
Nah, like he's just weird. He's just weird about stuff. Like he's weird in the sexuality ways. He's just weird. That's what he means. Like I don't like when I say like Diddy file. I don't mean he got like. I don't mean like he got like a baby or not like that. He's doing the freak offs and all that. I just like if you a Diddy file, you're just a weird human being who does stuff like Diddy file does. Like yeah.
Feels untouchable because he has a lot of connections and power. And I've said this before, but a crazy nigga with power, connections, money even is a horrific combination.
Diddy man
to the point to where even his accusers were scared to say anything and come forward because they would have to deal with
Trey Songz has ties to literally everybody in the freaking industry. As much ties as Diddy man has, he has to. Low key.
More than he would. It's sad, bro. What's even more sad is
low key, bro. He has this many.
We can't say like Diddy man isn't talented. He got to where he was for a reason. But the sad part is that because of all these allegations and lawsuits against him, he's fucked himself over. A classic case of user error, y'all. It's funny because when's the last time you really heard about Trey Songz and it had nothing to do with an allegation?
Not recently.
Music related. Probably.
To be honest, bro, I haven't heard of Trey Songz in a long time. Not his music, not just him as a person. I haven't heard of him in a long time, low key.
Very long time. If you even knew about the allegations to begin with, by the way.
Nope.
The reason I'm even
I
making
didn't
this
know.
video was because I was talking to one of my homegirls and her birthday was coming up. I don't know why, but I started singing, "Go girl, it's your birthday. Open wide. I know you Thursday." And she was like, "I love that song. What happened to Trey Songz? Why don't he make music like that anymore?" And I was like, "You don't know this nigga is one of the most evil people in the music industry of all time?"
Indeed.
And she was like, "No, but you can make a video on it." So here's the video on it. Like I said, I'm skipping over the come up. Plus, this video is gonna be a little different since he's not a rapper. This is an R&B guy we're talking about.
It don't make no difference, but everything in the dark comes to light all the time.
One song from this weird ass nigga at this point. Like I said, bro, bangers. I won't lie. But because those songs got as big as they did, and he was seeing mainstream success, this nigga started getting cocky as fuck. Dissing R. Kelly, even though he literally helped him damn.
See, man, these two people don't need to be in the same room at the same time next to each other at all. They don't. Like this tells you all you need to know. He had a cigar and he's drinking at the same time. They both be doing weird stuff. He's already locked up for it. He's just yet to be locked up for it.
By working on his debut album with him, Trey Day, saying auto-tune is dog shit, and anyone who uses it is basically garbage and other stuff. And like I said, you know, when you make a lot of money,
that is not true. So you're saying T-Pain is garbage, bro? T-Pain sounds majestic because he has auto-tune. Auto-tune, maybe if it's like little baby auto-tune, then maybe I could hear you say that. But like T-Pain auto-tune is legendary, bro. Everybody know T-Pain for his auto-tune, bro.
Your person, I guess.
T-Pain and auto-tune go hand in hand, literally. Like you know what I'm saying?
A dick.
You ain't getting no T-Pain if you don't got no auto-tune. You ain't getting no auto-tune if you got no T-Pain.
Apparently, allegedly, whatever, Trey Songz hit a woman named Donna with a wad of cash so hard that it literally left a black eye. He was arrested for this, and then later down the road, this case
he threw money at her and it
named Donna with a wad of cash. So
I don't give a damn if I got that black eye, nigga. I'm taking that money. Oh, nigga. I'm taking that money. Oh, that money. Oh, where the money at? Oh, where the money at? Where the money at? Oh, get the money. Where the money at? I don't care about somebody threw a wad of cash at me and gave me a black eye. I'm taking that money. I'm leaving, bro. I still got, look, I'm taking that money. I got that money, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'm taking that money. I'm taking that money, bro. I don't care if I got a black eye, broken rib. I'm taking that money, bro. Low key, I ain't saying nothing.
So hard that it literally left a black eye. He was.
I'm taking that cash and I ain't saying
nothing.
nothing.
Later down the road, this case was settled outside of court.
Y'all know what that means.
That means
Drewski
Trey gave her some hushy money to shut the fuck up and not talk about this ever again. Too bad it's public record. Now, for 1 second, hold on. I want y'all to think, because this is still scratching the surface. Think about how hard I'm not laughing. Think about how hard you have to hit someone to leave.
Like, he must have had to, like he must have threw that money, bro. I ain't gonna lie. How do you get a black eye from getting a wad of cash thrown at you? Like, that must be like, it's either he threw that with immense force or that was a lot of cash that hit you.
Leave a literal black
Like I said,
eye.
I don't care. He threw a wad of cash at me, broke my nose or something like that, knocked out a tooth. I'm taking that money. I don't care.
Just keep that in mind.
Money
He
will
did
make a
that
man
with
do
wad of
anything.
Cash. A woman, by the way. Just again throwing that out there. Now, don't get me wrong. Of course, we could get into the whole Kevin Lyles conspiracy, which was Trey's manager for a long time. In the
What, he
conspiracy,
was a
theory
weirdo
that
too?
once Kevin Lyles pushed Trey Songz in
It was
the
a Diddy
Hollywood
file?
direction with the way he used his connections to make him bigger. You know, it's a lot to explain, but basically, Kevin Lyles lost his power at one point, stepping down from 300 Entertainment. And once he loses his power, Trey Songz loses power. But other than that, there was a rumor that there was a bit more going on between these two than just managing.
I said, like, when I had got
Bro, of course you gotta have this man on here, bro. Orlando Brown, literally the craziest man next to Kanye.
mad at Trey Songz, and I had said some shit like, I just went off on him, and it, like, that kind of shit is unacceptable.
Was it a true statement though?
Yeah, it was definitely a true statement.
How'd you listen to anything he said? He literally said he fucked Nick Cannon. He literally said he cracked Nick Cannon. How have you listened to this man, bro? It's literally, he's crazy.
I gotta remember what this statement.
But I couldn't. But I said he was fucking his manager.
Oh, I mean, well, Trey
Oh
Songz.
my gosh, bro. He's always saying that some dude fucked another dude, like he fucked another dude. Come on, man.
Yeah, I said he's fucking his manager, and I said he some girl, and then all of a sudden now,
Come
yeah,
on.
yeah, allegedly, right? Then later on,
Yeah,
it turns
I
out
know.
he raped the girl. So
Now, Orlando Brown is a very unreliable source
I'll
for
be in the hills for
information,
the
but
dudes.
you gotta think though. He's not the only nigga that has alluded to this before. People definitely think something else was going on there, and then it's like, why would he even say that? Because he was mad at him like he explained, but why would it go oh, you're in a nasty relationship with your man?
Allergies.
What the hell? Why he say that? Well, there's also this.
I could say
Something like
something about a Diddy party right now, but I don't know the rules.
Oh my! You allowed Aiden Rollins and Cuffham in the same thing together. And what do you expect? Somebody gonna have to say something crazy.
Game, if I'm allowed to say it.
say it.
You'll be okay.
One of my boys, a social media influencer. This was early back in like 2018.
What's one of your boys?
I'm not gonna expose him because he said some viable shit, but he was at a Diddy party
Oh! Oh my god!
and they invited him to Diddy's room. He walks in. Trey Songz was sitting on Diddy's lap making out with him.
I don't know how to make of that statement. He was on Diddy Man's lap and they were kissing. I don't know how to make of that situation. See, but we should already knew that there was something weird going on. I didn't know specifically with them two, but I mean, we can't trust the source, but it's literally coming from Convi. How are we gonna trust Convi?
And they asked him if he wanted to join.
What the fuck?
That gotta be ain't no way. Ain't no
They're
way.
all gay. They're all undercover gays. I
No,
promise
not
you that.
Convi.
I
What you call
promise
it?
you.
Fusi.
You know, this is a he says, she says situation, but again, why of all people would the name Trey Songz be brought up in a situation like that? You just gotta wonder. Moving on. Trey Songz' career is very ironic, if that makes sense, right? Because here's the thing. Like, he's supposed to be this R&B heartthrob sex symbol, mainly catered towards women, and yet he's associated with Diddy.
Bro, look at that hairline, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You ain't doing nothing with that hairline.
Probably done crazy shit with his manager along the more suspect lines, and beats women. Allegedly, by the way. But what's not alleged and literally on camera is a video of him at a show where his set apparently was cut short because the venue didn't allow artists to perform past 11:30.
Don't settle for less.
And what did he do? What did he do? Okay.
So guess what he chooses to do in front of an entire crowd? Have a little hissy hissy.
Yeah, the singer that was arrested is Trey Songz. His real name is Tremaine Neverson. Now, last night he was on stage with other big stars like Chris Brown, putting on a show here where we are this morning at the Joe Louis Arena. In Detroit, there's a rule. You can't actually perform past 11:30. So when he was told up on stage that the set was going too long, well, he went on and told the audience that if they turned his mic off, he would go off. Well, they did, and he did. Take a listen. Yeah, this is video that was uploaded to Instagram by someone that goes by the name Jack.
And he almost fell.
You
look stupid, bro.
Tearing down that plexiglass inside the Joe. Now, police are telling 7 Action News he was also throwing items around, and that's how their officer was struck. That officer actually suffered a concussion.
What?
The good news here, we have been told that officer has since been released from the hospital. But as a result of all the hoopla that you're seeing on your screen here, Songz was taken into police custody. I'm told this morning that he's facing 2 charges. 1, resisting or obstructing an arrest. The second, malicious destruction of property.
Now, my only thoughts on this specific thing is like, why do people not look at stuff like this on a deeper level?
Bro, like come on,
this is the work of a nigga
He's
who
crazy.
does not have his emotions under control.
He's literally
That's
crazy.
something to look out for.
Bro,
If you're
imagine if Chris Brown did that. Chris Brown would be literally like killed in GTA if he did
willing
that.
to cause actual damage on stage in front of hundreds of people because you're mad, on camera by the way, there is absolutely no telling what he would do if he was by himself or alone with somebody else, like Keke Palmer.
Oh no.
Now, for those of you who may not know, Keke Palmer and Gay Songs used to actually be friends.
Can't say that, bro. Hey, Twitch, he didn't mean that. He meant happy songs.
Point. That was until 2017 where Keke had accused him of using sexual intimidation against her, also she could appear in a music video for him.
What did you mean by sexual intimidation?
I mean, just that. Sexual intimidation. Like, I feel as a female, often I'm put in situations where sometimes men will use their masculinity, their sexuality to taunt you. I hate to have to bring and say that and make it known, but I mean, look, I ain't the first person that's gone through. People have gone through this all the time. In college, in high school, but these aren't the things that I've experienced. So this was like kind of one of my first major experiences. It would be like you going to a party where the biggest jock is there, and the whole time he's like, you can get screwed, you can get this, you can get that, and you ain't no little girl no more.
Now, even though she kind of explained it, I just have to say that sexual intimidation can be a very gray subject because a lot of people don't even really know what that means, but it's basically just, to put it simply, intimidating someone just sexually. Using who you are as a man or woman.
I still don't understand that. How can you do such a thing? How was that a thing that you could do? Oh yeah, you get fucked. Yeah. You can get fucked. What is that like? Ain't that something they do in jail or something like that? Like when they drop the soap? Ain't that something that they do? I don't know, but I don't know. This is all new to me. I don't know.
In order to get someone to do something for you through manipulation and coercion. It's a lot of things that could really fall under, but long story short, Gay Songs did that to Keke Palmer. Yeah, we're still going, by the way. Knowing everything you know now, though, if you didn't already, do you think he deserves prison? No? Well, there's more. After the Keke Palmer incidents, other women actually decided to speak out against him because this type of behavior from this weirdo is not super uncommon. It just seemed like it was because we already spoke about how he's a quote-unquote powerful guy in the industry. In 2018, he was arrested at his crib in LA for DV against a woman named Andrea. She said he knocked her down, choked her, and punched her.
Bro, what's with these singers? What's with these singers abusing these women? Chris Brown, Trey Songz. Bro, what's with this? It's like a trend, bro, going on. If you're an R&B singer, you abuse women. Basically, that's what it means. If you're an R&B singer, you abuse women. Why? What's going on here?
Singer Trey Songz is accused of attacking a woman during the NBA All-Star Weekend here in Los Angeles.
NBA All-Star Weekend?
CBS 2's Lisa Siegel has her words as well as what the artist's attorney has to say.
I was crying, terrified, in shock.
For the first time, the woman accusing Tremaine Neverson, also known as Trey Songz, of beating her so badly she ended up with a concussion, is speaking out.
They giving everybody
about
concussions.
What happened the morning of February 17th. Her name is Andrea Buera.
I was attending an after party when Trey began yelling at me, choking me, punching me, and ultimately he knocked me to the ground.
Her attorney, Lisa Bloom, says the two had been friends for years, and he seemed to become enraged when she began talking to one of his friends.
I had to go to the hospital because he hit me so hard that I had a concussion.
Buera says the next day she had dark bruises on her body, face, and neck. Last week, she got a restraining order against Songz.
Trey Songz, you picked on the wrong woman this time.
Bloom says Songz has a history of allegations dating back at least a decade of verbally and physically assaulting others.
Now, if y'all were paying attention, I'm gonna tell you why I personally would have thrown the book at this nigga. Apparently, they had been friends for a minute, and as soon as she started talking to one of his friends on a deeper level, that really pissed him off. And with an ego as fragile as his, I could definitely see why he gave her the DOA special for this. Not saying I agree, but I'm saying I completely see this playing out in my head. Probably something like this. Also, another goddamn concussion. How hard does this nigga punch? You're clearly in the wrong.
Like, bro, he must be some Mike Tyson. He punched somebody, give him a concussion, bro. I ain't gonna, bro. Some boxers don't even give people concussions, bro. How strong does Trey Songz gotta be?
Industry, bro. Still think he doesn't need prison though, huh? That exact same year, another woman accused him of attempting to put his fingers inside of her without her consent.
No!
And another woman from the same club, by the way, accused him of groping her. Surprise, surprise, without consent. I mean, Tremaine, what is wrong with you? All alleged, by the way, but like, when it's this much, is it alleged? Like, come on, bro. His full name is Tremaine Neverson. More like Tremaine never asked for consent. But let me guess, you still somehow prison. First of all, I'm gonna look at you a little crazy at this point. But second, I'm not even gonna play the clip, partially because Selena Powell, of all people, is a horrendous witness. Like, sometimes I don't be believing a fucking word that comes out of her mouth, if you know. But she did make an almost 20-minute video with her friend and went on 2 separate podcasts alleging that Gay Songz kidnapped her by taking her phone while she was with him, and I'm not even gonna get into it. Just, you know what? Hold on.
One of the nastiest things you've ever done. Let's hear it.
I got too. Not
Peed
bad,
on.
not bad. I didn't know what was happening. He just did it. He just like.
Please stay home.
I guess he took real inspiration from Mr. Robert Kelly.
Trey Songz.
Wait, how did he surprise you on you? What?
Okay, so I go to the bathroom to wipe my face, like in between rounds. He follows me in there. He's like, get in the bathtub. I'm like, okay. So I do, and I'm like laying down, and then he literally just peed on me like that, and I was like, what the f on my eyelashes? And he's like, you're fine, and I was like,
you're fine.
Oh, by the way, we're not done either. This woman named Winter Blanco that was on BGC, which is Bad Girls Club, accused Trey Songz of physically assaulting her. Do I need to roll the clip? Of course I do.
And I'm not gonna lie, I was friends with Trey Songz for years, and he never did anything to me either. And then one day he did, and he put his hands on me, and I never talked about it. This is the first time I've ever talked about this publicly. I really don't give a fuck anymore. Put his hands on me, scared the fuck out of me, and I never said anything. I never went to the police. I never answered the lawyers' calls when they was calling. I never tried to get some money out of it, because at the time it was girls settling for $100,000, $200,000, and I never did it. In 2020, I had, when that girl came out saying that he raped her, I had her lawyer like reach out to me and was like, we're getting this stuff.
Bro, why do these bots keep coming in my chat talking about some cheap viewers, bro? Look on streamboo.com. Leave me alone.
Stuff together, and like, we want you to be a part of it. And I was like, I can't be a part of it. But like, now kind of where I am in my life is like, I'm tired of letting abusers get away with so much shit.
So like, at this point, are we starting to get the gist that, alleged or not, how does all of this stuff get on your name specifically, bro? Like, it gets to a point. Like, I don't want to stretch this video out, but here's a screenshot of yet again another person that accused him.
Trey Songz, Atlantic Records, Kevin Lyle sued for claim. Jane Doe having filed a $25 million suit against the singer.
Of actual
What do you need $25 million for?
rape. 50 Cent even has something to say about this nigga. So, this is my thing. Trey Songz, like, this video was actually way longer, but I actually decided to cut some of the allegations out because I just wanted to get the worst ones. But there's plenty more, which just says a lot about Trey Songz as an individual. Alleged or not, whatever. But it's like, all of these people are saying all these different things about you. Like I said, it gets to a point, bro. This guy is one of the most evil artists alive right now. And
the Diddy
I
file,
think he
bro.
needs to be under the jail, bro. I'm gonna be real. I'm UVXX.
He needs to be, no, not under the jail. He needs to be in the cell that they be keeping Juggernaut in.
Later.
Bro, low key, bro. He needs to be in one of them cells that they keep like Marvel villains and like freaking Juggernaut. Like, no. No, let me tell you something. Let me tell you. Like, bald like this, he needs to be in something like this, bro. Like this. He needs to be something like this, bro. High security, cinder block walls, cinder block bed with a tiny little baby mattress with a flat pillow, with a cold toilet seat, no air condition, no heater. So whatever condition it is outside is in there. So he needs to be like, I don't know. I feel like these super villain rappers and music industry people like Diddy Man and Robert Kelly and Trey Songz, they're like DC villains, bro. They need to be locked up.